You know, how do you feel today? How's your dysfunctional erectiles? No, I'm not going there. Hey, you know what? It is so much fun when you can go on the internet and actually cause a traffic jam. I mean, literally. I went on the internet and I went to this woman's place, it's Monica, and she looks similar to my ex-wife, or my ex-wife, my first wife. That she's not alive no more, Karina, but she looks so much similar like her, and she's from Germany and stuff, and we get along pretty good. And so is Karina. That's her family, half German she was. So here I get on there and I start talking and stuff, and boy, I tell you what, the aroma of the room just starts up. I started off this morning by going in and firing her up for the day, and every once in a while I'll go in and say hi to her while I'm working, doing my thing. And it's so neat because you can watch the people just go up, and all of a sudden all the tips come up, because when Monica starts smiling and stuff and going off like she does, she's just she's fabulous anyway. I mean, she's a perfect online girlfriend for these men that don't have a relationship, and this is a great way for them to express themselves and getting better. It's like I say, this is the best therapy in town for these here people. And I I'll say anything to make everyone happy, and I will not offend this woman or any woman. I mean, if you're going to say something to dump on a woman, don't do it. And I've seen it over and over, and a lot of times, like this very woman, somebody said something terrible to her. And I think it was an ex-boyfriend or something that came in and was saying stuff like, just degrading her because she decided to do this and move on. I mean, and literally these things can happen. And he came on and he must have said terrible things to her, and I know I documented it because I document everything. Why? Because this is my diary. You know, this is where you get to know how I am, who I am, and how I interact with people. And if you don't like me, don't vote for me if you were going to vote for me at all. You know, I say I'll do the job if nobody else will. Hell, after sending everybody faxes around the United States of America, there's a lot of people that want to get out of business. And like I say, I put people out of business every fucking day. I push people to the top and I take people down to the bottom. And what you gonna do when your career just goes in the tubes because you've been busted with your hand in the cookie jar? So, saying that, oh, I just love having props. I have all these props and stuff sitting here today because I could just go on and say, I write the news before it happens, and here's just one of them. A few months ago, I came across Maine. This is the flag that's for the state of Maine. And matter of fact, it says hope on it. It don't say dope on it, but you might as well say dope because you could just change that one letter H to a D by just adding a little thing in that. Geez, don't you see it says dope? Well, hey, doper. We got that Morton bowling alley here in Lewis County, Washington. Then we have that bowling alley in Lewiston, Maine that just got shot up. And here I am with this here flag that I purchased. I purchased two of them prior to this through Walmart, and even the records of these things would say, wow, this guy was ahead of it. And when he goes and does something, he'll buy something in regards to that thing so he can come back and say, see. And why would I, here in the state of Washington, why would I have something that has, 13 flags on it, 13 stars on it? 13 stars, what's the 13 stars for? Well, it could be for the zodiac, And another thing that I was always told here in Washington State, I wasn't always told, but I was told right after Terry Shortridge's murder by Morris Gall. My dad married Morris's mother, by the way, that I introduced to. And Morris said to me, he said, you know, there's no such thing as a 13 loop noose in Washington State. Or, and I've heard there's no such thing as a something else. But I was being told about there's nothing against hanging somebody in Washington State, and this was after the D.B. Cooper, the bowling alley was there, and the murder of Terry Shortridge. You see, I start working cases and stuff as I'm sitting here, and I start going through things. So I've got this here flag here from Maine, and that bowling alley was shot up. And there's also the bowling alley that's in New Mexico that was shot up years ago that they have the Canine Center in. And boy, oh boy, I start just to click, 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 click. But anyway, I had a great time at Monica's room. You know, it was so fun to have time with her. And you could tell when I start talking, boy, she gets right. Oh boy, I'll tell you, the whole rooms went off, you know. And I'm like, everybody's joust. They're tipping, they're doing their thing, you know, and there's interactions and stuff. And Monica's now right up in the camera, you know. She knows I'm there and we're doing our little thing. And we're jerking people's chain. We're having fun. And I say, when Monica gets married, I hope that she invites all of us. Yep, all of us, all of her fans, to her wedding, and she is just smiling. She's just smiling because she doesn't have a boyfriend. You know, I know I've spent enough time talking to her one-on-one so she knows that my age is 62 years old and her age is around 20 years old. So, but anyway, these young women that are out there, I find that they're often looking for an older man because they do want to be taken care of, because they could never trust the people that was around them because they're pretty. I mean, when you have a pretty girl, you have all the motivations that I want to take advantage of this person because I want her pussy. I mean, when a woman knows that they only want me for my pussy and they don't want me for me, it may make them not feel it very right or comfortable. You know, Monica feels comfortable with me because it's almost like we're family. You know, matter of fact, I say that, I said, you know, I look at this person right here as it's a family member. Why? Because after a while you start caring about a person, you know. Anyway, I've never met a person that I didn't like until they made me feel uncomfortable, and then I don't know, I think I pretty much never came around again. They never had to look for me around. You know, go do your thing. You deserve it. You deserve better than me, of course. You know, I mean, hey, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. But I have people that's been jealous of me because why? I have women that come in and talk to me. They come in and talk to me. Can you talk to my husband? You want me to talk to your husband? What do you want me to talk to your husband about? Well, I don't know. You're a pretty nice guy. Maybe he'll come home nice. I thought you mean he's not nice to you at home. No. I mean, they're down there looking at me like, you mean, it's like I don't date people from the bowling alley. I mean, I'll fucking say that. I'll say, well, I don't, I don't think it's a very good idea to date within, uh, bowlers that bowl in the bowling alley. I've had women tell me, I'll quit bowling, you know. And I said, no, you won't. Come on, I mean, Jesus Christ, you and me. I said, I got girlfriends somewhere else. I mean, that works too. I said, you wouldn't want me to cheat on her and feel bad, would you? Well, it didn't mean nothing. That didn't mean nothing. As long as they felt good, they didn't care if it ruined my relationship with someone else. Now, I'm just being honest, and that's funny that a person could say such a thing. And how do you feel today? Would you like me to push your little red button? Because somebody's pushed mine. Now, you take a look over. Well, you can't take a look over there because it doesn't show it. Well, here I've got, some things, items of my son's, and I get a look at him. That's all I get a look at. His bandanas, his little headpiece that he'd wear, and he left me. Remember me, Dad. Is what he did. Anyway, I tried to make the best out of I tried to make the best out of something that was horrible. But once I found out what it was really about, I can't, I cannot stop going forward. The Holy Father in heaven has placed this upon me. Thank you for your time. You have a great day. Thank you.